Hi, this is Dr. Paula Koger. I'm from the Wealth of Health Center. I think it's the best place to put your money. You. Most people don't agree, but then most people have never agreed with me. I've come to terms with it for the most part. However, I would like to present this in a way that you can agree, because I would like for you to understand it. Because if people understood what I've got to say, I'm sure that everyone could take great care of themselves and be extremely happy and healthy. I've been knowing this all my life, and when I was a little girl, I was summoned to heal my grandfather after he had a stroke. It was the first time the family seemed to recognize that I had the gift of healing. It was the last time they noticed it, and they accepted it. It was the last time they accepted it. And yet when my grandmother was dying from a stroke and I told them she was having a stroke, no one would listen to me. It's like I've always had this other voice. I don't know, like just wasn't like everyone else's. Wow, it's kind of estranging. So I really want to cross that bridge into communicating the absolute value and the power that you can generate and utilize and incorporate and flush your body's toxins out with and energize your cells, renew your cells with, and your mind, happiness, laughter. I'm wanting all that for you, sincerely. It's my job. I've known that since I was born, to look out for everybody, and sometimes I tried much too hard and took too much on, and this is a way of putting it out there and letting you choose. Because ultimately the only medicine that works for any of us is the medicine that we understand enough to choose it. That we allow ourselves to be well is the other prerequisite for being well. If you're going to get a heart surgery without the intent to be well, then same thing. I picked some herbs for a young man once off the shelf, and when I put them in my hand, he said, "Those are the ones. You picked the right ones. That's what I need." So in each of our lives, there are things that are just right for us. Things that can work for us. And there are things that don't work for us. I have spent my time, my life, my money, my attention has gone on finding what works, utilizing what works. Because I really have taken seriously Hippocrates' "do you no harm." Physician, do you no harm. That's a fine, intricate thing to participate in people's letting go and getting in and replenishing process. So I utilize many devices like biofeedback, which is computer analysis. I use electronic gem therapy. I use sound therapies, acoustic therapies. I use brain training. I use homeopathy, herbs, supplements, movement, acupuncture, whatever's right. Somebody said to me, "Why do you have so many different supplements. I said, well, it's a matter of everybody's different. Everybody needs something different. If you don't have it, there are closets full in here. If you don't have it, the right one, then there's no getting them well, helping them to help themselves get well. Do you understand? Because we only get what we allow ourselves to get. We can only benefit from what we can benefit from. Many times treatments are shoved on us with no real assessment of the benefits of the treatment potentially for that person. Now I have little devices that I can set on and test the effectiveness of a supplement, herb, homeopathy. The computer tells me different modalities that would free that energy. So when it comes down to it, we got to get that tiny little right move for that delicate being. I use a lot of kinesiology, muscle testing, which tests the strength or the weakness of the response that person makes when given something. Now, many things can